I'm about Bali, not Bali. That's interesting.
Wait, so Master Zeji, I encontré
Cuyozo, Cuyozo.
not Bali.
Oh, Bali. That's correct. So one more time, Chizi. Let me hear you.
Not Bali.
Good. Remember, when you speak Igbo, say it with pride. Say it with pride. Like, just relax. Say it. Make it easy. It's fun, to be honest.
Okay,
Just
okay.
say Bali.
Mm.
And then you say with a smile, and Bali. That kind of a thing.
Yeah. Can you say the other way to say it? That's next to it in parentheses.
hmm I'll give it a try, and then you correct me, Master Zeji, because. But
Okay.
it's Anam Abali.
That is it.
Hey, Jizzy, do
That
you want to
is
try
it.
Anama Bali.
it? Hmm
Yeah. That was easy.
Yeah, that seems easy.
Yeah, that's
In fact, that's
normal
the
or say.
Okay. Yeah, basically what's happening there is that Igbo has a thing where you can put that I pronoun either at the beginning, which is not wali, or you can put it after. So it's anam wali. So that is still I, but now it's in another position, and that's why now it's anam. But yeah. Very.
Oh,
hmm
okay. And letters are moving. Ooh.
yeah. So another one that we can learn is you go ahead to tell them akam na amụta Igbo, right? So I'm still learning Igbo, right? So you say akam na amụta Igbo. Can you say it?
Akam na muta Igbo.
Akam na amụta Igbo.
Akam na muta Igbo.
Um, so you're telling them that I'm still learning Igbo, right? And then another way you can put it is akam na amụ Igbo. So without the ta, you don't have to add the ta. So you say akam na amụ Igbo. So it still means I'm still learning Igbo,
Ah,
right?
akam na muta Igbo.
Exactly.
And in that phrase, it's
Yes.
ka that implies still, abi.
Yeah. It
Oh,
means still.
wala.
Yeah.
hmm
Exactly.
Yeah. Though ka means a lot of
So
things, like how we saw earlier, it could be like you're greater than, or ka is very, very dynamic.
Mm.
yep. But lots of words in Igbo actually mean several things. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but in this particular context, the ka means still.
Okay.
I'm still learning Igbo. All right. Good.
Na
And
Igbo.
then most times the visual helps too. Like how you spell it, the way you spell it helps a lot. You
Mm.
know, when you're spelling ka in this case, ka is separated from the a. So you have akam na muta Igbo,
Okay.
right? So you separate the a is separate and then ka is separate, right?
hmm
Akam na muta Igbo. Good. And then your uncle or your aunt responds by saying GCK, right? They can say nne GCK.
My favorite
Do you get
word.
Yeah.
it? GCK.
Jisike.
Good. So that means keep trying, keep working hard, or keep it up. Well, usually, if you see like in Igbo conversations, usually what they will tell you is GCKO, because we like that O, we love it. We add it to almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also another one that is very dynamic. It can be used in several ways. You get it.
Nice.
How do you say I understand?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, if you want to say I
Okay, can
understand,
I
you say
try?
Anama Water. You
Oh,
oh,
Yes.
you want to answer it?
you just said it. It's okay.
Animal.
No. Let's just scratch it. Scratch it. Let's pretend like I didn't say it. Answer.
Well, I would have said I got them. So I got that.
That's correct.
See that pronunciation?
Yeah, that GH. You saw I went real slow, real.
Okay.
So it's
Okay, when you say GH. Ano magota.
mhm,
Okay.
which is mean I'm
Yeah.
understanding,
So
and agotalam, I've understood.
Salam.
exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. It's all about the
That
tense.
was my GH. That did I
Once
did
you
I
said GH, and this is why it's important to practice like writing and the alphabets, because it makes sense in my mind. Because sometimes I just like can't get it in my head, but once you said GH, I'm like, oh, huh,
yeah.
that
Oh wow, that was nice. Yeah.
makes
That
sense.
makes sense. No, I struggle with that GH.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, some of those words are really like that. Like I always tell people, if you didn't grow up with the language, pronouncing those words that are together, we call them odambe in Igbo language. So odambe meaning the letters that are together. Pronouncing them could be difficult, but as you keep practicing, you're gonna get used to it after some time. So don't get frustrated if it's tough for you to pronounce.
Definitely.
Yeah, so like the GH is re, we call it re,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Re, re. When you say it, your tongue kind of touches your palate, your
Mhm.
soft palate a little bit. So re, right?
Good way to put it.
Yeah. So now the next thing you go ahead to ask them. Remember, you're still having a conversation, and then you ask them, "Ke maka ifunanya?"
Kemaka ifunanya.
Bam. So ke maka ifunanya. That's how about ifunanya,
Mhm. And
right?
I don't think we said what ginwa kwanu means.
Oh, ginwakwano. Ginwakwano means and you. You know, how about you?
Okay.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what it means. So, and then the next thing is they'll answer, and I hold the kwab or I right, and
Udekwa.
then you go ahead to ask about your friend. You say, "Ke maka ifunanya,"
Hmm.
Mm.
right?
Or you can say, "K Maka,
And then they
I
say,
want to ask about school or work or children or like invisible husband."
"Yes,
Mm.
exactly, exactly." So you can ask about anything.
Right.
Like you can ask about anything at that point. You start with K Maka, right? So K Maka, whatever it is, K Maka, Ula, that's school.
Hmm.
K Maka, Ifunanya, right?
Ifunanya
K
kemaka
Maka,
podcastigi.
K Maka Guinea.
Podcastigi.
Oh, I did my. I'm not Wally. Oh.
yes,
I tried. I tried.
yes. You see, that's good. That's how you start conversations, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Got it. This is important.
Is we're getting so much older and like we have to at least be able to hold our own in some Igbo, you know?
Yeah.
But so basically some phrases about your Igbo, since as we mentioned earlier, there's some like things that I'm sure every Igbo child has experienced when like your aunt or uncle comes over and they're like, Inasu Igbo or Inanu hem neku, like, do you speak Igbo? Are you hearing what I'm saying? So we just wanted to give the listeners and ourselves the tools to be able to like handle that situation. So we're just going to teach a couple of phrases that you will often hear and how to pronounce that, as well as replies that you can give in that situation.
Yeah. So now to start, the first and foremost, or the first thing that they always ask you, you must have had one uncle or one aunt that asked you this question in Asuibo,
Always.
right?
Yeah.
Always, like it always happens.
Mm-hmm.
So for viewers out there, make sure you get ready for this. If they've not asked you yet, they're gonna ask you in Asuibo. So that means, do you speak Igbo, right?
And usually it's in a very aggressive tone.
Very aggressive.
Just the worst part. Then you get startled, and then the principle you know just remove from your head.
Exactly. So and then some people will also ask you in Igbo because they get sometimes they get frustrated when you say I understand but I can't speak, and they're like, what do you mean you understand but you can't speak? Who will speak for you when you understand? Something like that. So the next thing could be in Igbo. That's, do you hear or do you understand Igbo? Right? Then your answer will be Nabali, right? Which means I try.
Yeah.
Can you repeat this word? Nabali.
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 Bali.
Nabali.
Good. That's one of those letters again. The G we pronounce it as B, as in Igbo, right? So we don't say Igbo, we say Igbo, right? Yeah. So that's what makes the difference between a true Igbo child and others. So
Yeah.
when you pronounce it, don't say Igbo.
Nabali, not Nabali. That's interesting.
Wait, so Master Zeji, I'm Kutreya.
Koyos or Koyos.
Not Wali.
Oh,